Okay, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I just first of all want to say that I want to say thank you to Jillian, first of all, for being very persistent. And initially I was a bit skeptical about joining another program because we are involved in so many things and there's such a lot of emphasis on our time, or taking up on our time, that I thought I'm going to be involved in another program, and what is this program about, and all that. But thank you very much for being persistent. I've learned so much over this past year, and as I've initially indicated, I started off being skeptical, but I'm very, very sad that it actually has come to an end, because I've learned so much over this time. As a principal in a school, in a very challenging school environment, you find sometimes that you're so caught up in the process that you don't allow yourself to step out of it and look from outside in. And I think this whole program has allowed me to step back and to say, you're running around almost as if you are on a roller coaster. It's actually made the roller coaster stop. You've actually stopped the roller coaster and got off so that you can make sense of your situation. And I find that that has been beneficial to me. Okay, you can go to the next slide. My partner is not here, but that's my partner, Justin. Justin Belskett. And yeah, we met at the first cup, I think it was at your school. Was it at your school?
No.
It was at Mzimkhulu school. Okay, and we met there and we clicked initially we clicked almost immediately at that session. You can go on to the next slide. Okay, that's just a picture of the staff. We won a celebration last year, but we'll come back to that story. You just go to that slide. It seems as if my slide is not following. Okay. Alright, what does this program mean to me? This program has allowed me to view my role as a leader from a very different perspective. As I've said, in an ever-changing and challenging environment, a leader's role is more transformational and co-creative, and thus focused on enabling others. And I think that's the most important part, the enabling others to act. As you see in the pictures below, I found myself actually like that lady over there, where everything revolves around you. It actually puts so much strain on you, and you become so tired at the end of the day. But what I've really learned from this program is to enable others to act and to really make use of your team and teamwork. From the first session that we had, that was the time to think. It actually gave me a chance when we went through that workshop. When I went back to school, I actually went back and I thought to myself, I really don't even know my SMT that well. I mean, we've been working together for 4 years, but do I really know them that well? And then I used some of the skills that I learned there, and the way we start these SCOF sessions. Like I asked my deputy, how was your weekend? What did you do? This is something I never did. I'll just get into the agenda, get into what needs to be done, and so on. So, those type of things became important. And, you move from maybe a situation where there's maybe a little bit of conflict and tension, and people become more, the working environment becomes better. So, from the first session, that's one thing I learned. And then the one I really liked was flawless consulting, because that's what the principal does all the time. You're either consulting with the community, with parents, with learners, and mostly with teachers. So I've learned a lot from that workshop as well. How to listen to people. We as principals, or people treat us like that, like we know everything. So they're always coming to us and we're supposed to have all these answers. But flawless consulting gave you an opportunity to say, listen to others. And don't be so quick to give the answers. Sometimes it's better for them to find the answers themselves, instead of you just giving the answers all the time. So that was a very fruitful workshop. And then the possibilities and benefits of the community. With the community workshop, I think we did the veggie garden, think Angela, you, myself, you worked on that. And, just looking at the benefits and the ease within which you can actually put these projects together if you get other stakeholders involved, because you have a very busy life as a principal. The job is enormous. So getting other stakeholders involved, so those three things I found that was very, very beneficial to me. Okay, Shirley, the next one. Okay, the B, as I've just said, Justin Valskut is the branch manager at Nedbank in Pier 14. We were introduced at the first COP, and initially we clicked very nicely, but after numerous, there's a time on it, so just go back. I didn't give myself much time. All right, after numerous conversation sessions, we tried to find a suitable project for the school. We looked at all the challenges that the school was facing, and there's such an enormous amount of challenges that, it's very difficult to pinpoint one or two. But eventually, we decided to focus on learners and learner wellness and teacher wellness. Okay, and we spoke about this a lot. And what we did was to arrange projects, especially with NGOs like, I think this was with Monica Slingers and them, and that was with NMU, with other schools as well, and to work on getting learners to see that there's more out there. Our schools in the northern areas, and our learners in particular, they don't get to see, it's as if they're stuck in the north. So the more you get them to interact with outside organizations and NGOs and stuff like that, the more they get to see that there's more out there. Okay? So we spoke about this, and that was the, we thought, okay, right, let's get a wellness center for the learners at school. So what we're doing, and this project is actually only starting off now, is that I've revamped a classroom. And with the assistance of NMU, students, social work fourth year students, they started on the 24th of July, that's in 2 weeks' time. My classroom is now being revamped. I've got the furniture in there, the door is still problematic, but they will be based at the school up until November. And they will be working with these learners where they have needs, like whether it be emotional or social or educational. They'll be running programs at school with these learners. I think they're at school for 3 days of the week. So that has really kicked off for the school. Okay? Okay, that's a lot of words, but basically, it's the benefits from the partnership can be viewed in twofold, in my opinion. The direct benefits to the school, Justin visited the school, and then I introduced him to the SMT. We had a session with the SMT, that was last year, and we looked at the social climate of the community, and that's where we decided, we're going to focus on programs for the learners in particular, and then also the wellness of educators. Okay? We tried to keep in contact regularly, but this was very difficult because both of our programs are very tight. So, but we tried. And then the B section, the growth in my leadership abilities. I've just mentioned the time to think. I think I've gone through that, as well as the flawless consulting and then the community building projects. So from that, I've mentioned most of those things already. Go to the next slide. Okay, this is also one of the programs that we came out of the these are our parents. What we did was we started a mentorship program for our grade 12 learners, and what we did was we got the parents together, we got mentor teachers together, we got the learners together, all in the hall together, and we also got a Dr. Lachedien from NMU to work with the learners, or to tell us what that she's the mentor coordinator at NMU, and she came in and basically told us what they do from their side and did the whole initial mentoring program at the school. So this was just, as we've learned, pull the parents in, get the parents involved, get the community involved, get NMU involved, and so on. Okay, we go to the next slide. Okay, this was a program our learners was, we got Southend Museum. We went to them and they went there, and then through Southend Museum, they went on a program where they had the beach cleanup campaign. And I think this is excellent for the kids, just to get them out there, see that there's more out there, and so on. So that was part of the projects that we are focused on. And then the next one. Okay, I think this is also part of that. All right, the way forward. I've just mentioned we have revamped this classroom. So this Wellness Center for Learners is going to kick off in 2 weeks' time. We have the NMU students. They won't be diagnosing problems or dealing with the problems. They'll be working on a referral basis, referring to the proper agencies. Because in our communities, there are no social workers based there where we are. So these students will then refer these learners to the necessary professionals where we need be. And then we also have special programs for educators, like the one on top there. She will just go quickly back to one. We had 6 schools and we won the competition. It was a competition at Nelson Mandela University. 6 schools had to do different events. We played soccer, volleyball, netball, chess, you name it. What was the other thing that the principal won? The principal won. 30 seconds.
I love
30 seconds. So, and that was, that actually was so good for the teachers. That not only because of the fact that we won, but just that we went out there and competed as a school with other schools, teachers, and so on. So that was really a great event, and we all got medals and the floating trophy for that year. So that it was, the focus for us was on teacher wellness and learner wellness, and that's really good. So just move to the last slide there, please. Okay, and that's the team. I always say this is the team. All right, I'd just like to end by saying, if you improve a leader's self-esteem, and these are my own ideas, if you improve a leader's self-esteem and confidence, communication skills, and stress levels, you improve his or her effectiveness across the organization as a whole. And I think that, more than anything else, says what I've got from this program. So I really want to say thank you to all of you.